What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. And today we're going over 5 reasons why wrestling fans hate Ronda Rousey. After the Survivor Series match between Ronda Rousey and Charlotte, it is apparent that the fans do not like Ronda Rousey. The crowd gave a standing ovation to Charlotte after destroying Ronda. Then they proceeded to sing the na 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 hey 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 goodbye song while she was walking away. Like, Ronda looked really heartbroken. This is why your boy had to go into research mode and find out why Rousey is hated. So, what better way to find out than asking actual wrestling fans? I asked all of you and you answered. Therefore, this list is summing up all of your opinions. I will give my thoughts about the reasons throughout the video and what I think of them. Okay, that's enough for the intro. Let's get into the video. Number 5, her UFC background. One of the first issues that many wrestling fans have is the fact that Ronda Rousey made her name in the UFC and dominated over there before making her way to the WWE. Therefore, they do not accept her here because they don't believe she worked hard for this at a young age, wrestling all around the world at indie shows. Personally, I disagree with this argument because it makes little to no sense. These UFC fighters are some of the best athletes in the world that make for great WWE superstars. Like, it is probably the easiest transition. They also bring in a unique MMA style to the WWE, and it's something that is fresh when compared to other wrestlers such as Becky Lynch, Charlotte, or Sasha Banks. Also, moving on to the journey of going to the UFC, it is also very similar to the WWE journey. These UFC fighters have scratched and clawed their asses off to get to the top of the UFC. They have a very similar journey to wrestlers. Another argument is that some people feel like Ronda is the Brock Lesnar version of the women's division after Brock Lesnar came back from the UFC, and this is a terrible take because Brock Lesnar shows up maybe 4 or 5 times a year to wrestle, whereas Ronda is a full-time wrestler that shows up every single week and even competes at house shows, so just do not ever compare the two, please. Number 4, her promo and in-ring work. People believe that Ronda Rousey is not a good wrestler. They do not like how she repeats a lot of moves as well as her UFC style. I need to defend Ronda Rousey in this case because she only started wrestling earlier this year. For the short period of time she's been wrestling, it's actually incredible how good she is so quickly. I also don't understand the argument of that she repeats the same moves. She might use the same move maybe twice or 3 times in the same match, but doesn't every wrestler do that in every match? Brock Lesnar is the only man who uses the same move every single match a million times, aka his suplexes, which I understand that is boring, but Ronda is completely different. She also has so many different takedowns and submission moves, like she is entertaining in the ring, so I don't understand that. Moving on from her wrestling ability though, and I can agree that her promo work is actually horrendous, at least in my opinion. Who am I kidding, bro? That's not an opinion, it is a fact. 2 words prove it.
You're not just the man, you are the millennial man. You are the skinny jeans wearing, V-neck sporting, avocado toast munching, winged shoe wearing millennial man with a bubble-wrapped ego and a porcelain self-perception.
Millennial man. Why does she call Becky that? Whenever she does call Becky that, I want to throw up and call the Men in Black to erase my memory. Literally, it is so bad. Also, her tweets are super cringy. Ronda has terrible lines and she does not deliver them well. She clearly needs to work on that or pair up with some manager that can help her. Anyways, her promo work may be bad, but her in-ring work is superb. Number 3, an undeserving championship win. Ronda Rousey quickly rose to the top of the women's division on Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania 34. She defeated Alexa Bliss at SummerSlam to capture her first ever women's championship. This led to many people being upset with her booking, claiming that she should not be the champion this quickly when superstars such as Bayley, Sasha Banks, Ember Moon, and Naomi are just sitting on the sidelines. I kind of do agree with this argument. I think WWE giving Ronda Rousey the title was a huge mistake. First of all, Ronda doesn't even need to be a champion. She is bigger than the Women's Championship. Just look at her match with Triple H and Stephanie McMahon at WrestleMania. WWE probably felt like she could have saved the division by winning the title and bringing prestige back to it, but in reality, they destroyed the title and the division because no one is going to beat Ronda Rousey. The only person that could beat her is Charlotte or Becky Lynch. In the meantime, Ronda is just going to run through everyone in the division. Therefore, she kind of ruined it. But like, that's kind of the writer's fault and like Vince McMahon and Triple H. So like, I wouldn't even say she ruined it. I would say they ruined it, but they used her to ruin it. You know what I mean, guys. Number 2, forced down our throats. One of the biggest reasons Ronda Rousey is so hated is because people think she is being shoved down our throats. It all started when she made her debut at the Royal Rumble earlier this year. She showed up after Asuka won the first ever Women's Royal Rumble, seemingly taken away from Asuka's moments. After that, she was put in a match with Triple H and Stephanie McMahon where she was supposed to partner up with The Rock, but instead that would turn into Kurt Angle. She also nearly made Triple H tap out at that WrestleMania. After that, she quickly got a title shot and lost the first title match due to Alexa Bliss cashing in the Money in the Bank. However, Ronda Rousey would then have a rematch with Alexa Bliss for the title at SummerSlam, and that is where she would capture her first women's championship. Then, Ronda would main event Evolution with Nikki Bella instead of Charlotte and Becky Lynch, which was clearly the better match and the hottest feud at the time. You know what? At first, I was going to defend her, but after going through all of that, I can see why people are kind of mad. But you need to understand that WWE is clearly investing a lot of money in Ronda Rousey, and they want her to look as dominant as possible. Some of the things I did mention though should not have happened, and maybe if they didn't happen, people wouldn't hate her. I don't know, I kind of do see how people say that she is the Roman Reigns of the women's division now. Number 1, Becky Lynch. It seems like the biggest reason people do not like Ronda Rousey is simply because of Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch has become bigger than her, and her stans are booing Ronda because they like Becky more. Becky Lynch will be wrestling Ronda Rousey in a match in the near future, possibly at WrestleMania. And Becky fans are doing everything in their power to let WWE know that Becky is the man. Becky is the one that they should push. And Becky is the one who should go over in a match at WrestleMania in the main events. The only way WWE can have fans cheer Ronda Rousey again is by letting Becky pin her clean in the middle of the ring at WrestleMania 34. It will be a sign of respect, and it will make the fans happy. If WWE does go through with Ronda defeating Becky, she might as well turn heel because she will never hear a single cheer in the future. That kind of did rhyme. I would honestly be down for a Ronda heel turn in the future. I feel like she would excel in that role. Anyways, I do agree with some fans because Becky Lynch is just the GOAT, you know, she's the man. I can't disagree. If you put Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey in front of me and I have to choose one of them, I'm going to go with Team Becky. Anyways, that is it for the video. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Comment below your thoughts on Ronda Rousey. Follow me on Twitter at Pllana, and I'll see you all in the next video.